Welcome back, folks. Got a new patient today. So today we got a 2017 Mercedes C300, and the customer was concerned about the impact she made. It looked like she ran over something down here. She said it was like a piece of rebar or something sticking out of the ground, but it yanked out the chrome molding, bent up this lower portion of the bumper pretty good, and now it's creating a kind of a weird gap. You know, on their first initial assessment, I tried to see if I could snap that back into place. It wasn't happening, so today we're doing a full teardown to determine what we can do to either Band-Aid repair this or potentially full replacement. You know, it's such an insignificant amount of damage. The car's safe to drive. I mean, there's really nothing too concerning about the damage on this, but you know, it is a nice car, and I think they like to preserve it the best way they can. So today we're going to tear this apart. We'll walk you through all of my process on these Mercedes. There's a few little tricks and things that I've learned after doing these a few times that I thought I would pass along to you. And yeah, let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can avoid replacing it. Right now I've got it jacked up because clearance is pretty low, and there's going to be some work that needs to be done underneath this car to free it up, to get it off of the car. So you want to give yourself some room, unless you have a lift, and lucky you. But getting started here, you'll notice the push pins in this wheel liner here. So push pins, pretty self-explanatory. There's a center piece here that you're going to need to pull out, and then you pop out the entire clip. We're going to get these wheel liners loose and see what we got. Once you get your clips out, that'll give you the ability to peel this liner back to kind of make an assessment on what your next step is. Probably can't see it from here, but underneath the vehicle here, we've got a series of it's like, these look like they might be 10 millimeters, maybe 8 millimeters, not sure yet, but there's quite a few of them underneath. I'm not sure if they're all necessary, but tracking this assembly all the way back, I can see that this wheel liner needs to be freed up a little bit more, so we're gonna have to unbutton this one. Well, that was easier than I thought. So in the old days, this was a little bit more difficult to remove, but these are two 10 millimeters up here, and then there's that one, actually it's an 8 millimeter down here, and there is a sequence of, there's a whole sequence of 8 millimeter bolts all underneath this splash guard here that are probably going to have to come out. I'm not sure yet. But you can see now this thing is got some good access here. And you know, with these bumpers, the one problem that almost on every bumper, the very edge of these have these like horseshoe sort of features on the edge of the actual plastic, and those are designed to click in to these black plastic pieces on the bracket. And if they get damaged, or if they get pushed in, or if anything happens to them, you know, I've seen a lot of guys repair these things, but essentially it's terminal. But there's lots of guys that can do these tab repairs, but who knows how long they last, and you know how clean it is. Last thing you want to do is spend all that time repairing something, and then a week down the road the whole thing pops out again. So I like to be better safe than sorry, and as much as bad news as it is, that stupid little piece of plastic that's a part of this bumper is vital to being able to seal the gap between the fender. And that was the main concern this customer had. So, you know, this may be bad news for the customer here. All right, let's keep moving. Now that we've got some pretty good free play in here, you just work your way up to the top, start chasing all the tension. As I mentioned before, anytime you feel tension or an area where it doesn't feel like it's going to break free, go locate the source of that tension, and chances are there's going to be something there that is exposed that'll give you the opportunity to release that tension. So I'm assuming these are probably T25 Torx, and there's quite a few of them. So we'll unbutton those, we'll go to the other side, do that wheel liner, get that other 8 mil out, and I'll what you'll see here is these this portion right here is actually inserted into this piece. So see it slipping back and forth there, you'll see it start to free up. So you're gonna have to kind of repeat that process. There's tabs and some like serrated areas on this plastic, so you'll probably have to pick these tabs up a little bit just to get some motion and pull those out. But yeah, all of these are locked in place by these two little tabs. So you'll probably need to pry those up a little bit and pull at the same time to get these to free up. This one came out pretty easily, and now you can see we're getting really close to where we need to be to make it to the next step. So I'm going to work on releasing these and keep going. All right, on the other side, got the clips removed, got the 8 millimeter down here, got the two 10 millimeters on the bracket done. You can see we're freed up here, but now there's tension down here. So luckily now that we've got the grill kind of detached, we can look down there to see what else is holding this together. And my theory is it's probably the rest of those 8 millimeters. Or at least this one for sure, because I'm feeling tension there. There's also some tension down here, but we're gonna have to fish around, figure out what's going on down there. So let's undo this one down here, and hopefully this thing will drop. This is actually a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So. So there's a hidden 10 millimeter right down in here. Over here, this side's obliterated. So once I made it to the side that's intact, it clearly looks like there's 1 and 2 10 millimeters, and I'll bet you that should finish the drop. I went ahead and undid the splash guard, those last 3 in the back, thinking maybe that was holding it, but it's definitely not. So I'm gonna unzip these, and hopefully that'll drop this bumper. Yeah, once you get those 10 millimeters off of these hangers, you'll have to detach the harness, and it's a little a little bit tricky, but kind of show you what I did here. It's pretty tight. To get this harness disconnected, it's a little tricky, but this gray piece right here, you take a pick tool and you'll kind of press this center piece here, and then what you're going to do is pry upward with it. That'll kind of release the main lever that's down here, this black horizontal piece. And then that one you're going to want to lift up, and then you just kind of wiggle them apart, and boom, it pops off. And yeah, that's how to undress a Mercedes C300's front end here. So now we're just going to go through and assess the situation. You can see down here what she ran into. She said it was a piece of rebar or something that was sticking out of the ground, and it snagged her bumper and ripped the front end off of it. Chrome isn't really locking into place, but nothing's broken here, so that's good. So this thing looks pretty beat. So now we'll get it up on the bench, start tearing it apart, and figure out what we want to do, or at least what the customer wants to do. So see you then. This edge had dropped all the way down here. This tab is broken. So what I did was I melted this, got it super hot, and then used my dolly to hold it flat, and then poured some ice cold water over it, and it locked it into place. So I've got a good union all the way across here. Again, this customer wanted to do a Band-Aid repair first before considering full replacement on it. I had to do some doctoring up here. Same thing, I just got this little tab hot and reconnected it. And we're gonna button it back up and see if it holds. And I think I priced this bumper out of well over $1,000 to replace. She's getting out of here for $300 for just a little overhaul on this. So I'm gonna get it back on the car and send her home. Okay, let's get ready to reinstall and see if this quick fix works. Bumper's back on and everything seems really secure. So got a good gap closure here. You know, typically we don't do Band-Aid repairs here, but every so often, you know, we can make some adjustments, make a few little creative engineering. Those are little lengths we're willing to go through. Band-Aid repair, as a disclaimer, there was nothing that indicated that this was anything that was going to be unsafe. Everything was kind of localized and pretty easy to remedy this for the customer. So ship it. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching.